exercise can be boring. That is probably the number one thing that I hear from people about why they can't exercise on a consistent basis is, I'm bored. I just don't want to do it. It doesn't feel exciting. I would much rather do what other things that I'm doing, whether I'm reading, listening to music, talking to friends, surfing the internet. Whatever the case may be, it's the other thing looks better than exercise. And I don't disagree that often exercise can appear boring. I mean, look, you go down, you start exercising, you go, what am I doing this for? Where am I supposed to feel it? What is this supposed to feel like? Right? You start doing the exercise and then it starts to become about, I just need 2 more reps or 2 more pounds or 5 more degrees or whatever the case may be. That's very much like an external thing, right? And then you have your body that you're inside of, and you go, well, what am I doing this for? It's just making me tired or exhausted, but you need to exercise. It's proven time and again, exercise is good for so many reasons. It's good for your soul, it's good for your mind, it's good for your emotions, it's good for your body, your heart, your lungs, your back. It's good for you as you age. It's good to optimize your youth. It's better to make the next day easier because you learn how to carry your body. But that doesn't stop people from imagining that exercise is boring. And the truth is, it can appear boring. It can appear like exercise is boring because we kind of forget how exciting, well, I find it exciting, okay? I find it exciting and very enthusing to discover, hey, when I move my foot this way, it changes how my whole body moves. Or when I move my hip this way, it changes how I experience the whole movement. Or when I squeeze my hand like this, it affects my shoulder. And once you start to realize, recognize, and see it, things start to change. You start to get an appreciation and say, hey, wait a second. While I'm exercising, the small things matter. Where I put my toe, my knee, my hip, my back, how I'm squeezing into a band or pushing into the weight and then pulling it the other direction. That's the antidote to boredom. The antidote to boredom, because boredom can rob you of consistency. It can stop you at the door before you even begin exercising. And one reason is because you think you know what to expect. Because when you look back, you're only looking back like, oh, I moved this weight, or it's very utility-minded. I choose to think of it as, and what can I discover about my body, even if it's the same exercise I've done 10, 15, or even 20 times in a row, meaning, if I work out 20 or 30 minutes 3 times a week, maybe I did that same movement, like let's just say every, whatever day of the week it is, I've done that for like 4 weeks previous. It's not boring. I'm excited when I go into that exercise session because I think, what can I get out of my body? And that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to think not about exercise in a kind of a boring frame of reference, but more in a sense of what can exercise allow you to discover about your body? How can it almost kind of transport you from your mind and the world that you're thinking about and transport you into your body so you can discover and you become curious and interested, right? So when you start to exercise, you start off, you're like, oh, I need to do this. A couple repetitions in, 1 or 2 exercises in, you start to ask curious questions. Like, hey, if I move my shoulder this way, how does that change the outcome? So you have this curiosity, then to a degree exploration. I'm a big component of feedback. I think feedback, critique, criticism can just leap years progress. But it really starts with being curious about your body. And then who knows what the future holds for you. I've seen people heal and learn things about their body that has transformed how their feet touch the earth for decades. It's transformed how they've slept. because they decided my bed was too soft or too hard, or I like the floor better, or I don't like pillows. That's all because they started to listen to their body. And that's what I'm advocating to you. It's that when it appears boring, if you shift your mindset to this idea of being curious, you become of a growth mindset. Instead of, oh, I know what this is going to be, I know what these expectations are, and you try to condition it that way. Instead, you kind of break that mold, right? You embody this growth mindset, and you open it to this open-ended question of, I'm curious what I can learn. And then when you start to do the movement, it's, I wonder what? I wonder what? I wonder what's going to happen if I move my shoulder this way. Then you start to connect different parts of your brain with your body. I mean, there is something really there about connecting your brain with your body for just a whole new realm of intelligence, kinesthetic intelligence. Your body's wiring with your brain starting to connect more of a system. That's huge. And the benefits, they haven't even studied all the benefits, but you can just Google benefits of exercise. And I'm advocating to you that if your emotional tone towards exercise changed and you focused on dropping into your body and asking, what am I experiencing? And you start to learn about the different levers and the different variables. I am curious just how much more enthusiastic you will feel heading into, during, and after as you reflect upon your exercise session. I'm curious what that'll do for you. I know it's done wonders for me and the people who allow me to share my experience with them. So I'm trying to impart that experience through this technology to you. So the antidote to boredom is curiosity, wonder, and the building of creativity and the opening of a growth mindset. So if you enjoyed this video, please go to my website, DominicSessa.com. Sign up for my newsletter if you're not already on it. Sign up for my YouTube channel or follow me on Instagram. I look forward to sharing more with you. And until then, take care.